What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am Brian and I'm here today to give you a little sneak peek behind the curtain of a small YouTube channel. I just recently passed $2,000 in monetization on this channel. I made a video when this channel made $1,000, and so I figured I'd give you an update and talk about what has changed. And a lot has changed. So on the screen I have YouTube Studio open, and you can see the analytics for this channel. And we'll first jump into the revenue. So the channel has $78.89 of revenue in the last 28 days. That is, generally speaking, trending up for this channel. Once upon a time, the last video update, it was $1 to $2 a day. For the first time this past month, I actually eclipsed $100 in the past 28 days. So the revenue on this channel is growing. You can see the total revenue for this channel is currently $2,004. The first $1,000 took about 2 years after monetization started to achieve. The jump from $1,000 to $2,000 took a little over a year. So the revenue has kind of accelerated on a path of probably 2x what it was prior. But the way that this revenue was generated has changed very significantly. And that biggest change has come from creating shorts. Now, shorts has really kind of taken over YouTube. I would say in general it feels like incredibly long format videos that you would see on your own television have done really well, and conversely incredibly short format videos that you would watch on your phone have done incredibly well. The interesting thing is, it used to be that the kind of homebrewed creator, in their backyard making a 10-minute format video was the recipe for success. And what I have found is all of those videos that I create that prescribe to that format have basically fallen completely flat on their face. So if we look at the shorts, I actually will jump into the interesting shorts here. I have a playlist of my daughter's best shorts, meaning that they've received 20,000 views or more. And it's pretty crazy in terms of the reach, because we can hit a short that gets 20,000 views very consistently, almost like clockwork. For the first time ever, we had a short that eclipsed 100,000 views. And these shorts are incredibly fun to make because they're personal. I'm sharing experiences that I think are very relatable. And even my in-laws love to watch these videos because they're just precious moments of their granddaughter growing up. So these are really fun things to both share and to rewatch from a personal perspective. They take very minimal effort and they generate more revenue than I ever was making on YouTube prior to this. You would think that sounds like win-win-win. In some respects it is, in some respects it doesn't matter, because it is what it is and you just have to deal with it. But the one thing about this that really is a bummer is if I go look at my videos, my long format videos, it's ultra depressing the level of effort that you have to commit to making one of these videos. Each one takes several hours minimum, and the viewership is very significantly down from what it used to be even just a year ago. You'll see this video, 40 views, 247, 103, 80, 158, 392, 78, 166, 1000. These are videos that a year or two ago would easily get hundreds of views, if not thousands of views consistently. And I think this is a trend that I've heard not just from myself. So the one thing that I would say is YouTube and its algorithm and how it processes things is really evolving significantly. And even in just how it treats shorts, I'm seeing it change week to week, month to month. As an example, I would say the pattern up until just a couple weeks ago is if I publish a short, it needs to get 300 views in the first 10 minutes or so, or it's just going to absolutely go nowhere. Just more recently, I've seen shorts stay stagnant for a little bit, And then super weird, if I publish a new short, that won't get any views, but all of a sudden the previous short will take off. The best I can say about it is YouTube is really tinkering with things behind the scenes. They are heavily integrating AI. One of the kind of cool features, scary features, is that they have AI music that you can create to go along with any of your shorts. And it used to just be audio, and in just a couple weeks' time, it actually now creates lyrics for you and sings them. The rate of progression for this is absolutely wild, and I strongly believe they're applying AI to their content filtering, suggestions, and monetization, meaning it used to be they would rely on hashtags, thumbnails, and descriptions, and now I believe they're actually using AI to both data mine the audiences that they have a lot of information for, and also watch your video, determine the content of your video based on the true content, and try to marry it up to the right audience. There are a lot of questions around kind of what's happening here. For me personally, it felt like the shorts are cannibalizing the longer format videos. But I think the truth is actually a little bit different than that, because I personally find myself watching long format videos, but the production quality of those videos is studio grade, meaning YouTube is pushing content that is incredibly professional, that has teams working it, and it makes sense that it would over a homegrown channel like mine or yours, because it's just going to visually be more appealing. But I think that puts content creators like us, unless we have a team or unless we're willing to put that extra effort in, into a tough position on the longer format videos, because it means you're investing even more effort for even less return. So in terms of where my channel goes, the easy stuff is honestly the short creation. I found that it's doing incredibly well, but it makes me really question whether I ought to continue to make longer format videos, because the return is just not there. And I've never been about the money on this channel. I make way more money than this channel ever produces on my own in my day job. But if I make a video and it's not going to get any views at all, then I really do question what's the point. We'll see how it goes. It is a very interesting time. I made a video when I made $1,000, and that kind of went into the why and the nuts and bolts of this channel more so. So if you're interested in that, I will post a link in the description. But I did just want to make this quickly to give you some insight into kind of what's happening on this channel. One thing that's really cool, I will say, is if you look at the views, I think I had maybe 500,000 or 600,000 views on the channel when I hit $1,000. And if we look at it now, the total views on this channel lifetime is 2.8 million. Again, the shorts really accelerates that. Just the playlist of my daughter's best shorts, I believe, is over 1 million views total. So the reach is incredible. The reach for shorts is incredible. The long format videos are disappointing in terms of results. Could they be better? I absolutely believe that they could if I upped the production quality. But now we're talking about competing just on an unlevel playing field, because I don't have a team of people that can film and edit and do the heavy lifting for me. Everything that I've done on this channel, I have done myself. And so, you know, this isn't really a doom or gloom thing. I made a video about AI and how AI is ultimately going to change the landscape of jobs here. There's a lot of people that might wish something or another, or, you know, that things don't change, they stay the same. That's not how the world works. The world evolves, and you've got to understand it and move with it or work within the constraints, because there's no putting AI back in the box. There's no changing what's happening here. But I figured you might appreciate this insight or find it interesting. I'm not trying to make this video too long. I think that's all I've got for this one. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them and I'll try to answer them in the best way possible. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support on this channel. I really appreciate you, and I will see you at the next one soon.